So I think it's that time for Lil Pump to retire, man. Because if you don't know already, Lil Pump, he just released his album with Ronnie J called No Name. And to be fair, I'm not gonna be as critical as I usually do to artists when they flop, because I think this album was just a label thing, not necessarily an album Lil Pump wanted to drop, which may sound confusing, but I'll explain right now. I ain't see no press, no promo, no nothing about this album. Lil Pump nor Ronnie J posted this album on their Instagram pages or any other social media pages at all. And just by the album name is kind of weird too. So this project had to be like a forced album just because of label issues or part of his label contract or something. Cause you know like how a fan base favorite artist could flop and they make an excuse saying they had no promo or nothing, but it'd be on every playlist, they posted about it on every page, and all type of things happen and they're signed to a major. Well, in this case, I think for Lil Pump and Ronnie J, that might actually be true, because there was literally no promo at all. Like, people didn't even know about this album till like 2 or 3 days after it came out. Lil Pump, he never even acknowledged it, which I keep saying is so weird because this is his album. It ain't like it's an artist he signed to album or something, or a Smoke Perps album or something. This is his album with his name on the cover. The only theory I could think of is like maybe he ain't posted about it because he knew it was gonna flop, and if it promoted it, it would look even worse. Or maybe he just didn't want the album out at all, but he ain't had no choice but to drop it due to his contract or something. I really don't know what could be the reason why he ain't promoted this album. But if you check the streams on here, it's abysmal. He got songs that sound 30K, 45K, 70K, and the best song on here is at 1.5 million, which was the single off the album that came out 3 months ago. So these sales was not looking too hot at all. And let me remind you, this album been out for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. And usually when big artists drop, they get millions of streams within the first week. But on majority of the songs, Lil Pump, he's not even touching 100,000, which is a telling sign about his music. But let's be real here, we all knew this was gonna come from Lil Pump, cause he's the defining gimmick artist, which is the artist that don't got no longevity and is only here for the moment. Cause we all remember what J. Cole said in 1985. Now I'm just playing. Lil Pump, he won't be on there cause he got money, he got hits. Like he could live off those hits for the rest of his life and be straight. It ain't like he ain't got no hits and he washed. He's only a washed rapper that got hits. Oh yeah, let me also add the fact that it's weird that he's been promoting Lil Pump too, but yet this was the album that came out. So that's how you know this is probably a record label album or something, or just part of his contract, and he ain't give 2 F's about this album. So I usually wouldn't do or say this, but I won't hold this album against him or nothing. But I will though to Lil Pump too. And not even to sound like a hater, but I'm guaranteeing this album go flop, cause it's just nobody there for him no more. No one cares about his music. This isn't 2017 where people were looking forward to him dropping music. Even when he posts a snippet in his own comment section, people be clowning him. And usually when an artist drop a snippet, they get all the love under their comment section. It only be on different rap pages where people be clowning their songs. But I'm hoping the best for Lil Pump, cause I do want him to succeed. He's the same age as me, so he's a very young dude, especially when he first blew up. I only had a problem with him when he started dissing J. Cole, cause J. Cole's like my favorite artist ever. And in my head at the time, I didn't know he was trolling. I thought he was like genuinely didn't like him or something. But I was never the biggest fan of him, but he did have some fire songs that I liked. So it ain't like I want him to fall off or anything. I just hope that he get a sense of realization of where his career is at right now. Because when you come up as a gimmick, you lack personality. So you don't have that fan base that connect with you emotionally or something, which is in my opinion the strongest fan base to have. They only mess with you for the moment or when you're a viral sensation that's going on. And at the state of Lil Pump's career right now, I don't think he'll ever get that. Because if you're an artist, you get that like towards the beginning when you're blowing up. You can't get that on the verge of falling off or nothing, because they already know you now. The hip hop fans felt like they already figured you out, so they're not gonna give you that second chance, because there is no person behind Lil Pump. Lil Pump is the brand. Like for instance, we know Jahseh Unfoy, and we also know XXXTentacion. We know Gerard Higgins, and we also know Juice WRLD. We know Aubrey Graham, and we also know Drake. But we don't know Lil Pump except the perception he give out online. You see what I mean? Like there's no character development. So why would somebody care about Lil Pump if he just remind people of all the gimmicks he did and how ignorant he was? Why would a fan care about him on the music aspect? But yeah, these are my thoughts and opinions on the state of Lil Pump's career. And if you have anything to add, comment down below. But thank you for watching, like and subscribe. Have a nice day.